All right, workout worthy, welcome to Total Body Conditioning. Today's total body conditioning workout is incredible. You are gonna get your cardio, your strength, and your core all done at once. We have lots of combination movements too, so you know you're going to burn a lot of calories and get results. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, and save this workout. You can come back and do this TBC anytime. Your exercise does not need to be extreme, but you do need to be consistent. So do total body conditioning at least twice, preferably 3 times a week. You are worth it. We're gonna do a quick warm up. The warm up's the only choreographed part of class. If you are already warm, if you went for a walk, or if you did a little bit of cardio, then you can skip ahead just a couple minutes and start with section 1. Let's march it out with our right leg. Back is tall, abs are tight. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale as you reach. Exhale. One more nice deep breath. Inhale. And exhale side to side, to the right and left. Just step and tap. The warm up. Doesn't matter which way you're going as long as you're moving. We want to get our heart rate elevated. We want to get our muscles loose, ready to work. Let's add some wide knee lifts. Out. Towards our underarms. From the warm up to the cool down. Think about your neck being long and lean. We don't want our shoulders shrugging or our neck shortening when we exercise. Hamstring curls. Elbows gently pull back and our heels curl up towards our glutes. This knee alignment is important so we don't have our knees coming in. We don't have our heels going out. We keep that alignment with our curls. Wide knees again. 8, 4, and hamstrings, back. Good. 4, 3. Wide knee lifts. 4, 3, 2. Hamstring curls. 4, 3, 2. Wide knees, out. Hamstring curls back. Side to side, to the right and left. 2 step, so 2 to the right, 2 to your left. Grapevine, step behind, don't overthink it. Warming up the legs, warming up the hips. Grapevine, add a knee lift. Out wide, out wide. Grapevine with a hamstring. Curl, curl. Grapevine with a knee. Grapevine with a curl. Stationary knees out wide for 4, 3, 2. Hamstring curls for 4, 3. Grapevine with a knee. Grapevine with a curl. Stationary knees for 4, 3. Hamstring curls for 4, 3. Jump rope. Knees are soft, abs are tight. This is a little bit high impact, so if you need less, you can do one leg at a time. You can even march in place. Breathing. 4, 3. Heel kicks forward. So no impact would be here. One leg at a time. Traditional impact here. Still one leg at a time. Abs are tight, sucking the belly in, flexing through the core. 4, 3. Heel curls. So our knees stay down. With this heel curl, hips stay extended. Jump rope hasn't changed, so we've got great posture, arm circles, strong core. 4, 3, back to jump rope. 2 sets of 8. Then we're gonna take the sequence from the top one final time to finish out the warm up. High impact, medium impact, no impact. You choose your choice. Grapevine with a knee. Grapevine curl. Stationary knees for 4, 3. Hamstring curls, 4, 3. Jump rope for 8, 6. High, medium, or no impact. Heel kicks for 8, 4, 3, 2. Heel curls, 8. High impact, no impact. Both get those heart rates up. Traditional. Finishing up. 4, 3. March it out. Okay, grab a drink. Towel off. We are gonna do 5 sections today. We will have a break in between each section, but listen to your body. Anytime you need to take it down a notch, take it down. This is your workout. We're gonna start with cardio. 30 seconds, so it's a short interval. We need intensity, high knees. So your first option is gonna be whether you do high impact or whether you do no impact. Your second option is whether you have a small range of motion or a big range of motion, and that can be done no impact or high impact. And then the third way we're adding intensity is speed. No matter your impact, no matter your range of motion, we want to go as fast as we can. It's only 30 seconds. Good form, here we go. 30 seconds. So I like to keep my hands out, make sure I'm in good posture, and I'm really trying to get my knees up to my palms. No impact, same thing. Getting my knees up high. Now you don't want to arch your back, you don't want your body moving. So if that's happening, make your movement smaller or slower. Keep breathing, we've got 10 seconds left. Push it, push it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. We're going right into our back. Heaviest weight you can do in good form. Bend your knees, lift with your legs. We're doing narrow bent back rows. Heart rate is high. Make sure you're breathing. Start in good posture. Hinge, chest past your toes. 2 counts. Narrow row. Holding our body in place from our head to our heels. Exhale and inhale. Retracting the shoulder blades. Using the back to lift the weight and control the lower. Shoulders low and relaxed. Elbows graze your sides. And we're pulling our hands to our hip bones, not our armpits. Singles. Single tempo pace is just the fastest you should be going. It might be too fast, especially if you have heavy weights. So slow down your pace if it's negatively affecting your form. Belly is sucking up towards our spine, flexing through those core muscles. Keep going. 4 or less. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Lower body, narrow squats. Heaviest weight you can do, we're doing 24 of them. So adjust your weight if you need to. With a narrow squat, we're not gonna have our feet together, but they're not gonna be traditional width apart. They're gonna be about hip width apart, toes face forward, kind of like you're on skis. And you want those long skis to stay parallel. You don't want them to cross. Make sense? Weight is in your heels. I'm actually gonna keep my dumbbells down, trying to keep good form. 2 counts. So we reach our hips back, press through the heels. With this narrow stance, you're gonna have a little bit more movement through your ankles, through your knees, and through your hips. That is okay, just keep good form, listen to your body. We're reaching our hips away, like we're trying to sit in a chair, a little too far away. And we're keeping that straight line from our tailbone through the crown of our head, our arms just hang at our sides without rounding our back. Singles, squat, strong. You'll notice ankle, knee, and hip mobility are so important, especially in this narrow squat. So listen to those joints, keep that alignment. 8 or less. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, back to our back. Same set, bending your knees, lift with your legs if you need to adjust your weight. Good posture at the top. Hinge forward. Chest is past our toes, are we ready? 2 counts, up for 2, down for 2. Exhale. All about this back strength, pull, control. Shoulders low and relaxed. Keep breathing. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale. Inhale. Contract and control. Single narrow rows. Pull. No bouncing, no momentum. We're stabilizing. Our legs are working, our core is working, all to stabilize. while our back contracts to lift the weight and lower. Halfway, 8. Speaking of core, make sure you're sucking your belly in, flexing through those muscles. We do not want to train our stomach to stick out. And a lot of times that's what we're doing, so be conscious of it. Back to our squats. Narrow squats, heavy weight, 24 repetitions. Make sure feet are parallel, toes face forward, knees are gonna follow your toes, chest is lifted. 2 counts. Inhale and exhale. Reaching the hips back, pressing through the heels. Inhale and exhale. Good alignment is where we get great results. 4 more, nice and slow. Take this opportunity to really explore that range of motion. Breathing. Inhale. Singles. 2 sets of 8. That's the most. Ribcage pulled down, abs are tight. If you need less, make your movement smaller. Make your dumbbell resistance lighter. Body weight might be heavy enough. 4, 3, 2, 1. Combo. We are going to put these 2 moves together. So a narrow squat with a narrow row. It's going to be based on time, 30 seconds. So you might do 2, you might do 10. You're only as strong as your weaker muscle though. 3, 2, go. So it's a narrow squat, narrow row, and then we lift. Good form in both positions. So narrow squat, narrow row, stabilizing through the movement, stabilizing as we transition between the movements. Holding that narrow squat while we do that narrow row, that's quite the challenge. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Bending your knees, set the weights down, grab a drink, towel off, active rest. You can march in place, you can walk around. Round 2 is going to start with cardio. March it out when you're ready. You got about 5 seconds left. High knees, great posture. Here we go, 30 seconds. So remember, no impact with a big range of motion, no impact with a smaller range of motion. Both are good options. And whatever you choose, go fast. Same thing, high impact, but we're not jogging, okay? If we were jogging, our heels would be coming back. With a high knee movement, with high impact, the heels are coming forward. So our body has to stabilize differently. Legs have to work differently. Keep breathing, we have 5 seconds, push it, push it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Heart rate's high, and we're gonna take it to the floor. If laying down right now is not what your body needs, we're gonna work our chest, so you can do push-ups against the wall instead. If you can lay down, we're gonna sit down nice and easy. Heavy weights, our chest is a strong muscle group, so don't be afraid to go heavy. Lift them carefully. I like to put them on my lap, hold my hamstring, lay back nice and slow. Arms are gonna extend above your shoulders, not your face. Then 2 count chest press. Good, long neck. Reaching for the crown of your head, keeping your shoulders low and relaxed, keeping your neck long and lean. Ribcage pulled down, abs are tight. And we're pressing through our knuckles, keeping that neutral wrist. What we tend to do is break our wrist, and then we're pushing through our palms, which is bad for the wrist and takes emphasis away from the chest. Singles, hover, power, lower, and lift. No shoulder movement, shrugging. So when we bend, keep the shoulders low, and when we extend, we keep those shoulders low. Feel your chest control the bend, and feel your chest contract to lift back up. 4 or less. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Now, if you're doing push-ups on the wall and you feel comfortable coming to the floor, Come to the floor for some glute bridges. If you want to stay upright, you can do traditional squats instead. Glute bridge, heels dig down, dumbbell on your hips. We're gonna squeeze up, lower to a hover. Squeeze up, lower to a hover. Really feeling your heels digging into the floor and contracting your lower body. So your inner thighs, your hamstrings, and your glutes. That's the contractions that make this movement happen. Don't think about arching your back. Don't think about thrusting your hips. Think about contracting the legs and the hips will lift. Singles, up, hover. Our goal is a straight line from our knees through our hips to our shoulder blades. We don't want any pressure going to our neck or our head. We're halfway. If it feels too fast, slow down your pace. This is a strength move, so strength needs to be the focus. 4 or less. 3, 2, 1. Back to our chest. Carefully grab the weight that works for you. Heaviest weight you can do. We're doing that same set of 24 again. Knuckles to the ceiling so we're not breaking our wrists. We're rotating those knuckles up. Neck is long. Here we go. Out for 2. Press for 2. Inhale and exhale. Hover at the bottom. Push up. Hover at the bottom. Halfway. It is slow on purpose. These slow reps allow us to improve our form, and they challenge our muscles. You want to control the movement this slowly every single inch. Now singles, still hover and power, faster pace, but we're not using momentum. It's still all muscle. Hover, press. Do a little body check. How's your core? Even though we're laying down, core is engaged. We're sucking our belly in, flexing through those ab muscles, protecting our spine, preventing our body from bouncing. 4 more. Hover, press, hover, press. Last 2. And 1. Glute bridges. Round 2. Heaviest weight you can do in good form. That might be your body weight. If you're still upright, remember it's push-ups and squats. If you're down, glute bridges and chest press. Dig those heels into the floor. Here we go. 2 counts. Squeeze up, lower to a hover. Squeeze up, lower to a hover. Exhale and inhale. Contract and lift. Evenly distributing that stress across your shoulder blades. Don't let stress creep up to your neck or your head. Rib cage is pulled down, abs are tight. 1 more, nice and slow. You can stay at this pace or increase to singles. Contract, hover. With my single tempo, my movement is a little smaller. I'm not hovering as low. I'm not lifting as high, but it is my hamstrings, my glutes, and my inner thighs making the movement happen. 8 or less. 7, 6, 5, dig deep. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Combo time. 30 seconds. It is a strength move. The dumbbells are going to be in our arms, strengthening our chest. We're going to lift to a glute bridge. It's going to be a body weight glute bridge, but nonetheless, inner thighs, hamstrings, and glutes do the work. 30 seconds. This combo I like doing based on time, not speed. Because as you can see, I am not going the single tempo pace. I'm not quite as slow as the 2 count pace. I'm going at my own pace, focusing on a great glute bridge, focusing on a great chest press. Rib cage pulled down, abs are tight. Hover at the bottom with the arms and the butt. Contract, powering up to the top. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Bring it down, holding your hamstrings. Sit up nice and slow. Now we were laying down for a while, so carefully support yourself up. Hand to your thigh. I like to take a nice deep breath at the top. Now grab a drink. Towel up in place. Walk around. Shake it out. Round 3. Cardio kicks us off. Even though the cardio does not change, your choices might change based on fatigue, based on how you're feeling. So high impact, no impact, Big range of motion, small range of motion, and then sprint. Here we go. 30 seconds. Chin is level, so we don't want our head bobbing. We don't want our chin lifting up. We don't also want to look down. Keeping our neck long and lean, shoulders low and relaxed. Rib cage pull down, abs are tight. We're working our core here a lot. We're past halfway. 10 seconds. Push it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. Shoulders. Heart rate's high, and we're going overhead. So choose your weight accordingly. I'm gonna go with my middle weight, a little lighter than my chest and my back. Bend your knees, lift with your legs. Legs are hip to shoulder width apart, knees are soft. Do a big shoulder roll. Good posture. Knuckles to the ceiling. Exhale up. Inhale out. Neck is long, chin is level. Think about pushing your shoulders down as you extend your arms so your neck stays long and lean. We're making a nice little arc motion. Wrists stay above the elbows. So we do not want our wrists coming in here. We want those 90s. Up for 2. Singles. And we are extending overhead. Not in line with our ears though. Think about being more in line with your nose. Neutral curves to your back. Knees are soft. If it feels too fast, go at your own pace. Breathe through every repetition. Inhale. Exhale. 4 or less. 3, 2, 1. Lower body. We're doing traditional squats. I'm gonna go a little heavier than I did for my shoulders. I wanna use that same heavy weight I did for my narrow squats. You can keep your weights at your sides. I'm gonna bring them up this time though. 2 counts. With a traditional squat, legs are hip to shoulder width apart, so it's a little bit wider. Also, your toes are angled out. Weight stays in your heels, and your knees are still following the angle of your toes. You're still reaching your hips back and keeping your chest lifted. I find with this wider stance, my knees don't go forward as far, my hips don't hinge as far as they were in the narrow version. Singles. Power up. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Squat. Press. Chest is lifted. Abs are tight. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to shoulders. So if you need to adjust your weight, this is an extra opportunity for a squat. Bend with your knees, lift with your legs, don't hurt your back. Overhead shoulder press. Knees are soft, abs are tight, big shoulder roll. Good posture, here we go. Up for 2, out for 2. Exhale, inhale. Knuckles are up to the ceiling just like with a chest press. We're pressing through our knuckles. We're never pushing through our palms. 4 more, slow. Hopefully this feels harder than the first set. If you need less, go slower, lighten your weight. Exhale, singles, press and control. Now if you need more, you can always go heavier with your dumbbells or work on improving your form. Do not go faster than the single tempo pace, it's fast enough. Halfway. Rib cage pull down, abs are tight, flexing through the core. Knees are soft, hips and shoulders stay level the entire time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower body. This is our second and final set of traditional squats. Heavy as you can go. I'm using my heavies, my 10s. Legs hip to shoulder width apart, toes angled out, 2 counts. Down for 2, up for 2. So by putting my dumbbells here on my shoulders, it really does give my arms a little bit more of a break. Your arms are not lifting the dumbbells in a squat, but they're definitely having to support and hold the dumbbells. Up here, not so much. And I know what's coming after this. We got a combo set. Focus on your lower body this round. Singles. Single tempo simply means go at your own pace. Single tempo is the fastest you should go, but slower is more than fine if you're focusing on strength. 8, 7, 6. Keep breathing. Inhale, exhale, last 2, last 1. Okay, combination. You are only as strong as your weaker muscle group, and you might not even be that strong right now. I used 10s for my legs, I used 8s for my shoulders. I'm gonna use 5s for this 30-second combo piece. Making sure I keep good form, because that's more important than heavy weights. Are we ready? 30 seconds. It's a traditional squat and a shoulder press. So not only are your legs still doing a traditional squat, not only are your shoulders still doing a traditional shoulder press, every muscle head to toe has to stabilize through each movement and through the transition. Keep breathing. Squat form, shoulder press form should all stay the same. Fast enough, it's a challenge. Not so fast, use momentum. 3, 2, 1. Bending your knees, set the weights down, protect your back. Grab a drink, towel off, only 2 sections left. March in place, walk around. High knees, coming up. Cardio to kick off round 4. 5 seconds. Good posture, we're tired, don't let your body hunch. Here we go, 30 seconds. High impact, no impact. Biggest range of motion you can do in good form. Sprinting, so even though this doesn't look super fast, it's as fast as I can go with the choices I've made here. If I add impact, I actually slow down because that impact takes some energy away from my speed. 10 seconds. Core tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath. So once again, we're gonna take it to the floor. If laying down right now or ever does not work for you, instead of skull crushers, you are gonna do tricep kickbacks. Otherwise, take it down to the floor. We're gonna do tricep skull crushers. So I'm gonna use my middle weights just as a reference. You might have more, you might have less. Body's in the same position we did for our chest. Arms extend above the shoulders, but our fingers face in. Make sure knuckles are up to the ceiling. We do not wanna break our wrists. Shoulder width apart. This is gonna be more advanced because you have to stabilize on your own. Pressing the dumbbells together is gonna help you stabilize. There is no prize. The prize is doing the option that you can do well. 2 counts. Don't hit your head. It's called a skull crusher, but we do not hit our head. We are in charge of where this dumbbell is at all times. Your shoulders are low and relaxed, and they don't move. They are stabilizing. Your elbows are right above your shoulders, and they don't move. Yes, they bend. Yes, they extend, but they don't move towards your face. They don't move towards your ribs. They stay right above your shoulders. Single tempo. Bend, bend. Single tempo, still be aware of where the dumbbells are. 90 degrees is the deepest that you bend, and a smaller bend is more than fine. We're halfway. Inhale, exhale. 4 or less. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Dumbbells down. I'm actually gonna sit up safely so I can set my dumbbells down without kind of tweaking my shoulder. Glute bridges. Heaviest weight you can do in good form. Here we go, 2 counts. Squeeze up, lower to the hover. Digging those heels into the floor. We want our knees above our ankles If our feet are too close to our butt, it's gonna change the emphasis. Same thing if our feet are too far away. Exhale up, inhale down. Rib cage pull down, abs are tight. Squeeze up, you can stay at this pace, or singles, contract, hover, all leg movements. I'm not lifting as high or hovering as low, but it's definitely my legs contracting, making the movement happen, and that's what counts. 8 or less. 7. 0 pressure in your neck, 0 pressure in your head. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to our triceps. So once again, I'm gonna do an extra sit-up safely to adjust my weight. Laying back nice and slow. Round 2. Good form. Skull crushers. Here we go. Bend for 2. Contract for 2. Shrugging. If your shoulders are shrugging to your ears, your weight is too heavy. I'd rather see lighter weight or no weight as you improve on your form. We're halfway. Nice neutral spine. It's very easy to let our back arch or round during this challenging exercise. So think about your neutral spine, think about your rib cage pulling down and your core contracting, holding your spine steady. Singles. Even harder. When we speed up, your core has to work twice as hard to stabilize. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Halfway. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, our last heavy set of glute bridges. I'm doing that extra sit-up to adjust my weight. Heaviest weight you can do, it might be your body weight. We're gonna do 24 at the most. Dig those heels into the floor. Contract, up for 2. Control, lower for 2. Contract, control. Visualizing those inner thighs, hamstrings, and glutes, contracting and controlling. We're halfway. 4 or less, even though these are slow, it's our 4th set. So you might need to slow it down even more. You might need to lighten your weight. Choose your challenge. Singles. Contract, control, not just throwing the hips around. Long neck, strong core, contract, control, lift and lower. 8 or less. Legs should be burning. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Combo. With the glute bridge, we are not using weight. Triceps we are. Our arms extend above our shoulders. Our hips lift up, nice and slow. We bend to a hover, contract, up. Long neck, shoulders low and relaxed. Stabilize those shoulders. Evenly distributing that stress across your shoulder blades as well. So your shoulders are a big part of this combo. Elbows, they bend and extend with the contraction of the tricep, but they don't move. Whew. No weight on the glute bridges, but man, are my legs burning. Singles, hover, hover. If I keep pace, my movements are smaller, both of them. I don't bend as deep, hovering to the floor, and I don't contract as high, extending up. Halfway, but what matters is that muscle contraction. Keep breathing, final 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, bring those weights down, hold your hamstrings, sit up nice and slow. Set those weights down. Okay, support yourself to stand. Once again, we were on that mat for a while, so take a deep breath. Grab a drink, towel off, march in place, walk around. Final section, round 5, 5th and final. That means it's our last cardio, our last high knees. March it out, we got about 5 seconds. 3, 2, here we go, last time. 30 seconds, high knees. No impact can still be very intense with a big range of motion and your fastest pace. High impact, maybe your range of motion is smaller. Remember, we're not jogging though. High knees, no matter how high they go. Even if they're little, jogging would look like this. High knees is here. 10 seconds, go, go. Last push. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Biceps. Today we are doing hammer curls. That's a narrow grip for our biceps. Bending your knees, lift with your legs, heart rate's high, keep breathing. Same foundation as the shoulders. So hip to shoulder width apart. Knees are soft, hips are level, shoulder roll. Lock the elbows in place. Curl for 2. Control for 2. Exhale and inhale. So important. Our elbows are below our shoulders and they don't move. So we don't want to swing our arms back. We don't want to bring our elbows forward so our biceps rest. Always working. Chest is open. Don't let the weight around you. Don't stick your stomach out. Posture has so much to do with how we look and how we feel. Singles up. Single tempo is pretty quick, especially if you have heavy weights. Make sure we're not curling and flexing through our wrist. Our wrist should stay stationary. Bend at the elbow, contract the bicep. I gotta slow down a little. I'm going as fast as I can. In good form. 4 or less. 3, 2, and 1. So if you notice that last set, I did 6 instead of 8, but I had good form and that's what's mattering. Narrow squats. I'm gonna keep this 8 pounds. I used 10s the first round, but I'm tired and I don't want to adjust my weight. 2 count narrow squats. So way back in round 1, this was the leg strength that we did. Let's review. Feet hip width apart, so they're not put together, but they're not shoulder width apart either. Toes and heels are in line, parallel. Knees follow the angle of our toes. Don't let your knees buckle or wobble. Hips reach back, chest does stay lifted. With this narrow stance though, I definitely bend more through the ankles, through the knees, and through the hips. Singles. Arms, if they're at your side, don't let them swing. They're always hanging down from your shoulders. So we don't hunch forward, we don't arch back. We let our arms hang, keeping our posture. We're halfway. 8 or less. 7. Weights in the heels, power up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Biceps, hammer curls, round 2. Heaviest weight you can do in good form. Strong stance, stabilize head to heels, big shoulder roll, lock your posture, lock your core. 2 count hammers. Exhale and inhale. Curl and control. Exhale and inhale. Use these slow ones to improve your form. 4 more. Elbows, stay glued. Bicep, think about that contraction. Think about your bicep controlling the weight. Shoulder blades are retracted. Torso is strong. Singles. Now right from the start, I'm not going a single tempo pace. If I did, I know my form would suffer. So I'm going as fast as I can in good form. Breathing. Halfway. 8 or less. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So good. Narrow squats, our last heavy set where we can focus just on the legs. Feet position first. Hip width apart, not together, not too wide. Toes face forward, weights in the heels, chest is lifted. Squat for 2. Strong for 2. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Reaching the hips back, keeping those shoulders low. We don't want to round our back and let our shoulders separate. Keep the pressure off the spine and keep the work with the legs to lift and lower, the core to stabilize. singles, squat, squat. So if I want to do all 16 here, my squat is smaller. If I wanted to go deep still, I'd get less reps done, but a bigger range of motion. This is your strength challenge. Choose what you need. Working outside our comfort zone safely. 4, 3, 2. Our last combo, last time. Narrow squats, hammer curls. I don't do these often because what I see a lot of is this. Swinging and swinging, swinging and swinging. We don't want that. We want narrow squat, hammer curl. I separate them so it's 2 movements. Finishing my squat before I curl. If you did want to do combo, that's fine. Just make sure it's still good form. 30 seconds, here we go. 30 seconds. Narrow squat, stabilize and then curl at the top. Narrow squat with more of a movement like you curl up, curl down. I feel this less in my bicep and less in my legs. I feel it more in my lower back, and that's not what I'm working on. So by slowing it down just a little, separating the movements in a line, I'm gonna get better results for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job bending your knees. Set the weights down. Grab a drink. Towel off. March it out. Does not matter which leg. Cooling it down. We want to get the heart rate a little bit lower before we completely stop. We're going to do a slight stretch, and then we're done. Deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more nice deep breath. Just step side to side, to the right and left. Does not matter which way you go. Shoulders. Elbows. Back to shoulders. Side to side, doesn't matter which way. March it out. Deep breath. Take your right leg straight back. Heels in line. Gently pressing that heel down. Take your right arm behind your head, stretching through your tricep, down your shoulder, into your hips. Breathing. Fantastic job today. About 35 minutes. And we did it all. Cardio, strength, and core. Every upper body muscle group got focused. Back, chest, shoulders, triceps, and biceps. Bring it up. Switch sides. Lower body. Great challenge with the cardio and the squats with glute bridges. Combo exercises made everything work. So we burned some extra calories, got stabilizer muscles engaged, our core did a lot of work moving upper and lower body together. Bring it up, interlock. Chest is open. Knees are soft. So we're not arching our back here. We're not putting strain on our spine just to stretch our chest. Still with our core engaged. Nice. Bending the elbows, release. Hips stay level, kick your left heel out, hinge forward. You want to support on your right thigh without leaning or twisting. We're hinging forward, breathing. Bring it up, hips level, kick your right heel out, and hinge. So from the hips up, the stretch is the same, but boy does it feel different. Hamstring into the glute, into the lower back. Bring it up, interlock, rounding forward. Separate your shoulder blades. Only time I'm telling you to separate your shoulder blades. Feel that gentle stretch. Reach up nice and tall. And release, deep breath. Fantastic job, workout worthy. Make sure, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and save this workout. You can come back, give your body rest, but you can come back in 2 or 3 days, do this workout again, see how you feel. You need to be doing strength training at least twice, preferably 3 days a week. So you can get that right here at Workout Worthy with TBC.